Cut to the Chase podcast, episode number something. Not sure again. No, I'm just kidding. It's episode number 13. Yes, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. This is episode 13 with Cut to the Chase podcast with me, Chase Abel. Appreciate, again, you guys for tuning in. I am here in a very, very nice weather in Boston lately. We're starting to turn the corner around with some really good weather. New Englanders, we have a saying that we typically live for the spring and summers here, and we put ourselves through hell during the winters. So, we become very, very bitter during the cold weathers. We become a little lazy on the working out and stuff like that because it's too cold to go outside. People like just stay inside and eat pepperoni pizzas from Big Daddy's. We become ashy. A lot of ashy people out there during the winter time here. Yep, very ashy. People not moisturizing. People not on their moisturizing game. It's a sad thing, but spring is definitely around the corner. I feel it. Most places now in Boston have the mask mandate and the out, so people showing their faces and getting oxygen to their brains, which is always a good thing. God, I'm so happy about the mask being off, And listen, I'm not one of these like anti-mask people, so don't get your panties in a bunch, okay? I'm just saying I like to breathe, okay? That's all I'm saying. I want to breathe. So I can function regularly, so I can get the right amount of oxygen to my body, so I can not have these, spats and conniptions when people tell me, about how short I am. No, I'm just kidding. I don't get mad at that. That's just a fact. But yes, good weather here in sunny New England and Boston, Massachusetts. Happy that Kevin Garnett, big KG, big ticket, baby. He definitely, yes. Big ticket got his banner raised. His jersey raised, his number jersey raised in the rafters. Hall of Famer. I mean, that was not too long ago. I didn't talk about that in another episode, but man, the big ticket. He was. If I was to explain my energy, at a time where I was in my prime, athletically, if you could just picture me about a foot shorter, less talent, and a little rounder, I would say I'm probably close to Kevin Garnett than anyone else is probably you could see. So I tried. Whatever. No, I'm not. I'm just saying I always love Kevin Garnett. I love Kevin Garnett ever since the mid 90s when I actually used to see him play in high school because that was my era. He was drafted in 1995. I was a freshman in 1995. So I remember KG very well. He was a fucking phenom. And it's great that he came to Boston in his first year and gave us a championship. And they raised him to the rafters at the Garden, which was really good. You know what's also very interesting to me with the Boston Celtics organization, they have an individual there who won 11 championships, 11 NBA championships by the name of Bill Russell. Okay. And this man has yet to have his own statue in front of the Garden. I don't understand that. Tell me one player in any sport in any part of the country that has won 11 world titles with one team and doesn't have at least a fucking picture of them on the wall.
He does have a statue at City Hall.
He has a statue at City Hall, which is about 15-minute walk down the rat-infested corridors of Boston. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
It's like the ugliest building in Boston. City Hall is easily the ugliest building in Boston.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, why doesn't this man have a statue in front of the Garden? We have Bobby Orr. Granted, listen, Bobby Orr was great. He won one chip, if I'm not mistaken. But this man has a fucking statue like he's Jesus. But fucking Bill Russell has won 11 championships and doesn't have, like, I just was thinking about that as I'm like, all right. Well, whatever, It is what it is. Just something to pay attention to. That's all I'm saying. I know I probably should have said this during Black History Month, but whatever.
He was also the first black coach in the NBA.
He was the first black coach in the NBA. Yeah, as a player coach. So he was playing and he was a coach at the same time. Listen, if Red Auerbach, the most notorious, smartest basketball coach at that time, who was also a white man, was like, hey, I trust this man. He's going to lead me to like championships, what he did. He drafted him. He groomed him. And it's like, I don't know. And people be like, oh, so I know some people it's going to be like, oh, it's not about race, Chase. What is it then? What is it?
I don't know if the Garden's much better though to have a statue in front of. It's a sketchy area.
No, it's nice over now. They got. It's really nice over there. They got commuter rail now,
Did it up.
northbound and southbound.
He should have a statue. He's the most successful Celtic of all time.
He's the most successful winner of all time in any sport. Forget about Celtic. He's the most successful winner of all time. And not to say, he also won championship in college too, at the University of San Francisco. He won a college championship as well, NCAA championship. Yeah. He's that dude. And during a time when Boston was fucking racist as shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Listen, man.
50s and 60s.
Come on, man.
And then he was still around in the 70s and 80s.
Of course he was.
Yeah, he was probably like, you know what? I don't give a fuck about your statue. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, of course he doesn't.
All he cares about is what's in the rafters. Did you watch the KG?
The KG what?
The banner when they raised the banner.
Yeah.
Cried a little. I had a tear in my eye.
KG's the man.
Yeah.
The reason why I love Kevin Garnett is because he's unapologetically him.
Yeah.
And he's passionate.
Oh man, he's so passionate.
24/7. He's passionate about what he talks about.
5 seconds into the ceremony, it's like, Boston, I fuck with you so hard. I didn't realize you fuck with me this much. Full stadium. Amazing.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love Kevin Garnett. He was the top. From me being a basketball fan at the age that I was, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Late 90s, kind of. Early 2000s, very much so.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett was my top 5. He was my top 5 just to fucking, mid-range, defense, everything. He's like the big ticket. He had everything.
Yeah, he had the whole package. At 7 feet tall.
At 7 feet tall.
Defensively, can guard 1 through 5s.
Yep. You think it was weird that the Celtics retired his number, though? Because he was only with us for a couple seasons?
No, it needed to be done because he brought a title.
Yeah, 100%.
Since 1986.
100%.
That man changed the whole landscape of the team and the organization.
Yeah.
That's why they call him the big ticket for a reason.
Yeah.
He changes the whole ticket landscape.
That was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen was that game. I think it was 6 or 7 in 2008.
Yeah.
That was one of the most. I've never been to a sporting event that was as like electric. Like you could feel it. You could just, people were like beating Kobe in the Garden or the Fleet Center.
I remember the very first game that he played as a Boston Celtic. It was at home, and there was a play where he dived at half court.
Yeah, and
either it was turned over into points or it was maybe a possession thing, but somehow he can't. This is a 7-footer diving on the floor.
Yeah,
at half court.
Yeah,
right. And I think from there it set the tone for what Boston was yet to understand, was yet to come.
Yeah, because Boston doesn't give as long as you win and you have that mentality.
Yeah, they
don't give a fuck. They accept you. They don't care.
They don't care.
It was wild.
Yeah. So but KG has always had that. Like he's always had that energy, even in high school, man. Like you're born with it, dude.
Yeah.
You're born with that type of like passion and where you care and you don't care who's around you, and you just there's a certain just like resiliency to like being the best, you know, being competitive. Kobe had the same thing. You know, there's certain people who just have that competitive thing. He wouldn't even make friends during the game. Like he just like, you know, he would
love that.
He would really. Now players are like best friends on the court, hugging each other like during timeouts and shit.
That's
like,
gross.
Get the
it's gross.
Freak out of here.
It's gross. I can't watch it. It's gross. I watched the game. I was really happy to see him make up with Ray Allen.
That was good. Well, it was inevitable that they were, because they both are very competitive and they're winners and they're champions. But also, more importantly, they're solid men.
Excuse me.
They're solid men. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're solid. Like, people who are solid can, like, they do those type of things. You know, Ray Allen's solid. Never had any dent in his career in terms of like behavioral issues. Always was like professional.
Yeah.
Stand up dude. Great player. Never an issue in the locker room. Kevin Garnett, same thing.
Yeah.
You know, Kevin Garnett has a saying. He's like, I only want to be remembered as the best teammate ever. And
he was. And every account when they were talking about it, everyone was like, he was just amazing.
Yeah.
Paul Pierce didn't prepare a speech.
Nope. Paul Pierce looks like he didn't prepare a speech, and he probably didn't prepare that blazer. It looked like that blazer was a little tight.
The blazer was a little tight. Him and Antoine.
Yeah.
Good seeing Antoine Walker in good spirits. Solvent.
Antoine needs to lay off some Boston cream donuts.
Here's the thing. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to guess the players.
Love Antoine, by the way.
Love Antoine.
Yep.
The shimmy, the one hand up as he's dribbling.
True point. One of the first true like point forwards, like, you know, after Scottie Pippen, that kind of held that position.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, he was definitely. You know, I wish he made more threes, but I think he could have, if he played in this era, he would have focused primarily on 3-point shot. Like he would have been a lot more efficient. Yeah.
He shot a lot more threes than I liked, but he did make them. I mean, I don't know what his career 3-point percentage was, but
he was crafty.
He was very crafty in the post. He had a great post game. He was quick for a 6'9" guy coming out of Kentucky. I mean, I followed Antoine's career. I followed his career. I followed him at Celtics. I fucking seen him at playing times in the clubs here in Boston. Yeah.
But I want to always guessing which NBA players are going to get fat when they retire.
Currently, or like,
well, currently now, but like I'm using my generation of NBA players as the gauge.
Okay.
Like Tim Duncan, never going to get fat.
Okay.
Jason Kidd might beef up a little bit, but he's too disciplined to. Ray Allen, never going to get fat.
Okay.
Antoine Walker, Paul Pierce, for sure. Undisciplined.
Oh.
Undisciplined.
I mean, I didn't have to go for food for that discipline thing. Just take Paul Pierce in the Instagram when he had little strippers in the background.
And then he takes an interview from a hookah bar at 10 in the morning.
Love it.
He's just living his best life, unencumbered.
Yeah, he's a West Coast kid by heart.
Oh, yeah.
So he likes chaos a little bit.
He does. You can tell he likes a little bit of chaos. You can tell he likes a little bit of chaos. He does things where people just go, wait a minute, what? You're having strippers over to your house in Waltham, like during the season? Like, what?
I mean, I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yeah, okay. So I probably would have hung out more with like probably Ray Allen. I feel like Ray and I probably would have had. Yeah, you were definitely a more, if I could just say, you're definitely more like a Ray Allen type of vibe. Mm-hmm. You're kind of like, how should I say this? If I was to identify you as a player on a basketball team. Yeah, this will be fun.
You're not like the go-to point guard. You're not like the go-to point guard.
Yep.
You're not even like the go-to shooting guard. Mm-hmm. Okay. You're the dude that's like, how should I say this? You're like the
6 man.
No, not even that good.
You wouldn't say 6?
No. You're like the
Walter McCarty. Crowd favorite.
No, energy's not the same. You're more like, how should I say this?
Brian Scalabrine.
I'm thinking more like, no, not even that, because he's even a little more shiftier than you. I'm thinking more, if you just give me a second, I'm thinking you're more like, Not even a Celtic player. I'm going to go somewhere West Coast.
Oh.
You're more like Detlef Shrimp.
I'll take it.
You're more like Detlef Shrimp. You know, you would show up with the mullet if the team said to do it as a team cohesiveness.
Yep.
Like, you know, you don't like it, but you would do it for the sake of the spirit of the team.
Detlef gave you, over his career, 14 points, 6 rebounds.
That's who you are.
Bingo.
You're
I'll
right.
take Detlef Shrimp all day long.
You're
That's
right.
a great career.
You're right in the middle. Yeah. Yep.
I might drop. I might get 25 one night.
Mm-hmm.
I might come out and give you 6.
Yeah.
With a couple steals.
A couple steals.
Yeah.
Right. Might have probably a high ankle sprain, but you won't tell the coach because you want to play the next game.
100%.
Yeah. You would never tell any injuries that you would get during the game.
No. And the coach would be like, if you just let us know ahead of time, we can have the staff work on you so that you don't have to be in this much pain constantly.
Yeah. Right. You'd be the guy that constantly would get hurt, but people would be like, well, how does he get hurt? He doesn't like play a lot.
I don't see, how did this happen? You're literally describing my basketball career from high school up to college.
I mean, cut to the chase.
So good for Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, love Kevin Garnett. So I wanted to go down a little bit of a rabbit hole with that because he's one of my favorite players of all time. I have a lot of them, but he's definitely one of them. Top 10 for sure. Top 10.
Who's your top 5 favorite? Not the best, but who's your favorite top 5 players?
Favorite?
Your favorite.
Jordan.
Yep.
KG. Favorite. Someone who I really enjoyed that was like really I had to watch the TV every single time. Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of in a little different with him. It's when he was younger, for sure, a little younger, is LeBron.
For sure.
LeBron. And then AI.
I think you name mine.
Yeah.
Name a lot of mine. AI is at number 1.
Yeah.
I watch AI play basketball all day. Shaq.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in his prime. Like, I remember Shaq when Shaq was a point guard, dude.
Yep.
I remember those days when Shaq brought up the ball off a rebound in transition. That's what people don't remember. He was leaner, and he was fast, and he was a 7'1", like
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, KG for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got your 4, you got your 5 there, you got your number 1 there. Jordan.
Oh, Jordan.
That's
yeah.
2.
What am I saying? Yeah.
Yeah. So you got 1, 2, you got 3, 4. You got 1, 2, 4, and 5, and you have the 3. Yeah. I don't know who I chose as the third, but it was I said AI, Shaquille, Jordan.
I like watching Dirk.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, I like Dirk. Fall away.
Solid. Yeah, Dirk's solid.
He would just hit shots like crazy.
Yeah, Dirk was solid. And another one, actually, to be honest, was Akeem Olajuwon for me.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch as much as I'd like to have him when I was a little bit younger. Yeah.
Phenomenal. Undersized center, 6'9".
Footwork.
The best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a solid. See, because I think the best is different than. Oh fuck! I want to put Larry Bird up there too, because when I would watch the NBA channel when they would do the old games,
yeah,
man, I just love watching Larry Bird play.
Larry's nasty. I just was a little young to watch him in his prime. I don't really remember him in his prime.
No.
I remember Reggie Lewis.
Yeah,
I have a signed autographed T-shirt by Reggie Lewis, actually.
It's funny you say that.
And Robert Parrish and Chris Ford.
And Chris Ford.
Yeah, the coach.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
like Chris Ford.
Yeah. What'd you think?
It's very ironic that you say that because one of the only banner ceremonies, I've been to 2 banner ceremonies when they raised the 2008 banner.
Yep.
And then previously when they retired Reggie Lewis.
You look like a banner suite guy. Like you'd go to banner shows if you had a suite with your company.
We didn't do. I've only been in like a couple of boxes for Bruins games, but for the Celtics, because my stepdad was tied in with this, he had season tickets.
That's right. Yeah,
we'd go a lot. So
yep.
Celtics was a big part of my childhood, which is why I got get emotional at those things because if it's not, you think about the basketball, you think about like your family and all this.
Let me ask you this question: who is your favorite Celtic of all time?
Oh, Walter McCarty, easily.
Because he could sing.
Because he could sing. I was in the Walter McCarty MSNB or CNBC documentary that they did on him. Not on him, on Tommy Heinsohn. Sorry, they did a doc on Tommy Heinsohn, and I was there with the "I Love Walter" sign. You could only imagine what I looked like as a 13-year-old.
Walter was like a promotional phenomenal here.
He was 6'10". You know, he for those of you who don't know who he is, he was 6'10", played at Kentucky, was in the movie He Got Game.
Yep.
And he was lanky. He was very skinny.
Stretch four.
Could
shoot the three. Put the ball down the floor.
Maybe would get a rebound here or there. Could put the ball down on the floor and make plays happen.
And he was a pretty good defender.
And he was a decent defender. Yeah. He was decent.
He was that
enough.
tall that can move. So he was one of like those guys that were very versatile. You know.
Yeah. And people loved when he used to hit like when he would hit open threes or corner threes, people would lose their mind.
Yeah.
He was a crowd guy.
Yeah. He was an energy guy.
I'd say Walter McCarty. I loved Antoine Walker. He was really good. We never had centers that I could really in. We had like the Rafe LaFrences of the world, the Chris Mims.
Not an Eric Montross type of dude?
I was too young. I didn't really get into Eric Montross. Vitaly Batapico. That was another one.
That's yeah.
Now, favorite Celtics. Yeah, I would have to say Walter McCarty, Antoine,
all right,
KG.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you my top 5.
Please do.
And we'll get off the subject of basketball. And KG, not in any specific order. Kevin Garnett for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Pierce. D. Brown.
Oh yeah, okay.
Won the slam dunk contest 1992.
Yeah.
Against Shark Kemp, by the way.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. D. Brown, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce. I'm gonna also go. I like. This might surprise you. It might surprise you. Rajon Rondo.
Bingo. I'd put him on there too. Yeah, absolutely. The things he could do, yes, 100%. Because he would do things that you're just like, how the fuck? Because his hands were so big. He was so quick. That's a good one.
Floor general.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Floor general.
Sometimes too smart.
And Larry Bird.
Sometimes too smart. Smarter than the players some of the players that he was playing with at the time, and he'd get frustrated.
Yeah, well, he was a smart dude. He's very. You could tell he's very in his head. He's very like introverted.
Sure.
There's some players that are just like that. You know, he who's also like that. Kawhi Leonard, kind of like Rondo. Quiet, doesn't like talk a lot. Big hands, long arms, athletic, knows exactly what's gonna happen. They're very like.
Yep.
Similar minds in that way.
I meant to ask you this. I saw this the other day.
Basically, why we're talking about basketball is because this is my pitch for being an NBA analyst. So we're going to be talking about this for a couple more minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
We could do that. Yeah. Well, we're going to transition because we'll keep it basketball, but we'll transition as basketball players doing things outside of basketball, mainly comedy. I've seen a couple things about Big Baby Davis selling out a room somewhere in Boston. I think he did Foxborough recently. Like in the last month.
Doing what? Producing a comedy show?
I think doing stand-up. And then, Blake Griffin obviously is very tight.
Blake, I've heard some things about Blake. They say Blake is actually, he has some stuff. Yeah. He's kind of like he knows how to write jokes. He's actually pretty good. I've never seen him, but sometimes you don't know until you try. Big Baby, I don't know. But hey, I got to see it to believe it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe Shaq could put him on one of his Shaq All-Star Comedy All-Stars. I mean, he put T.I. on it. He could definitely put Big Baby. Hey, Shaq, reach out to your boy.
Get him on.
Reach out to Baby Shaq. That's another big ass motherfucker. Big Baby Davis.
He was fun. Yeah, he was fun to watch play.
340.
Got caught in the wrong seat on TV.
Yeah, he's got a big butt.
Caught in the wrong seat.
Try to do the old sneaker-rooney, huh?
Did that ever happen to you?
What?
Caught in the wrong seat?
All the time.
Yeah.
Oh, they know exactly I don't belong in anything. They just, this guy doesn't belong in fucking the VIP next to Wes Grossbeck. Is that his name?
Wicks. Wick? Wick Grossbeck.
Is it Wick?
It's Wick. Or is it Rick?
No, it's W-Y.
No, it's Wick Grossbeck.
Who in the world names
What
this?
a name.
Where's that name come from? Wick? Is that Scandinavian?
Guess where he's from?
Scandinavia?
Worcester. Same thing.
Fucking same thing. God damn it. God damn it. Goddamn Wick. He does look like a Wick face from Worcester, right? He has a Worcester face, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
He doesn't fade the sides, right? He lets it grow.
Lets it grow. I saw him out at a Nikki Glazer concert that I walked on.
I could see why he would probably go to that show.
He was with his wife. He was with his wife, who has a spirits company, a tequila company. This is the wife, which you would imagine, beautiful Italian.
So
Probably
you're
from East Boston.
Okay, so you're saying that so basically what you're saying that Wes Grossbeck owns the Celtics and owns a spirit company as well.
With Michael Jordan. It's the same tequila company as Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I think he owns it. That's what I'm just gonna say that.
So Sincoro Tequila co-founders Wick Grossbeck, Amelia Fezzolari, which is his wife, Michael Jordan, Jeannie Buss, and some other random.
Oh, can I be honest with you about Jeannie Buss?
Thoughts?
I wouldn't mind hollering at her.
Yeah, big fan of Jeannie Buss.
I'm a big fan of Jeannie Buss. She's got a little.
I love blonde women that love basketball.
I love blonde women that loves basketball with power.
Yeah.
Listen, she goes out with Jay Moore.
What?
I'm a better looking guy than Jay Moore.
You're certainly a lot friendlier.
Cool.
I've never met Jay Moore.
I never met Jay Moore.
The vibes I get and the stories I hear is that he's not.
I saw him at the Laugh Factory one time. He went a set. He parked his car in front of the Laugh Factory Hollywood, did his set, and ran to his car to go somewhere else. I
kind of like Jay Moore.
But the way he was running was I don't know.
Too urgent.
It just was too urgent for 7:30 at night.
Oh yeah, that's bizarre. But I get it.
But maybe he's meeting Jeannie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes out with Jeannie Buss. Ain't that something?
Good for him.
I mean, he came up for sure.
Good for him.
She's great.
Are you watching the HBO Max series on the Lakers? How they built the Lakers dynasty?
No, I gotta order that. I gotta guess pay for HBO Max because there's some really good shows on HBO Max. Have you?
Yes, I've started watching it. It's shot the same. It's shot in a mix of 70s, the filters. The way that they shot it is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's produced by the people that did The Big Short. I love that style of here are some facts and then here's some more interesting shit so you don't get bored with the facts.
With you.
Yeah.
Good so far.
Casting's good.
Okay.
Love it. They follow Magic Johnson on one character line, and then the other line is Dr. Buss, Jeannie Buss's dad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that family is obviously a staple in Los Angeles, have been for many years. My friend Jeff, comedian Jeff Dye, he's really good friends with Jeannie Buss, and he gets tickets all the time, and he says she's fantastic. She's a nice woman, and she pays a lot of things forward for people. She's very generous. I mean, I like owners like that. I like people like that in general. But people who have a lot of money who possess those characteristics, kind of do it a little bit more for me.
They deserve it. When I see someone that's like that and they pay it forward for people and they're always hands out helping people,
yeah, I'm
like, you deserve it. Whatever you get, you deserve because you're putting it back out into
put it back in the world. Yeah.
And I like that a lot. Let me ask you this.
What?
Money's not an option. This is one of our favorite little segments within the podcast. Money's not an option. Off the table.
Gotcha.
You can buy a sports team. What's the team? Where is it? What sport is it? Any major changes you would make?
Great question. Didn't expect that one. Are you narrowing it down to a specific sport?
Nope. Okay. Money's not an option.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
Any sports team. Okay. It definitely would be a basketball team because basketball was part of my life. It goes pretty much. Yeah, it goes basketball comedy is pretty much simultaneously together. Basketball actually might be a little bit in front because I started with basketball first, but they both give me the same joy. Mm-hmm. How about answering the fucking question, Chase? How about that?
And the plane.
Basketball team, I would probably own. I would buy the. There's nothing like. If you're gonna own a team, you got to own a team in the right. You got to own a team in fucking somewhere that's sunny.
I knew you were gonna say that.
And good. It wouldn't be the Lakers. It would be the Los Angeles Clippers. Yeah. Actually, to be honest with you, I would start a new team. San Diego. It would be a San Diego basketball team.
Ooh. Clippers worth $3 billion.
Yeah, Daddy's got a little savings. Yeah. Most definitely.
So.
But my second team, hard second, would be Seattle SuperSonics.
So you would bring a team back to Seattle, is what you were saying.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna do that first. Let me take that back. Clippers, it's okay. Seattle SuperSonics, bring them back. That's the team I want to.
So what you would do, that you're saying, is you would spend your $2 or $3 billion.
Light work.
Build a new stadium. That's another $1 billion.
Not my money, taxpayers, but go ahead.
Fair enough.
Business, that's all.
And you would rename them the Seattle SuperSonics.
Seattle SuperSonics.
Everything from the 90s, the aesthetic, everything.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, may have maybe a different. The uniforms are fantastic. I wouldn't even change the uniforms.
You just bring them back. You would just bring back the Seattle SuperSonics.
I'll bring back Seattle SuperSonics. Yep.
That.
Yep.
Like that.
And Seattle's a great city. Pacific Northwest. People love sports.
Yep.
It's a good town, man.
Yeah, they should have never taken it away.
Yeah, well, it all comes down to money.
Yeah.
It all comes down to money.
Interesting.
Got to build a new stadium. Obviously, that's easy.
What's the roster looking like? What big moves are you making for the starting five?
I'm one of them. Point guard. That's one of the conditions I have to. If I got to be the starting point guard.
Eccentric billionaire Chase Abel.
But this is what you understand. You're not like letting me finish the whole thing. I have to be the point guard, but the starting point guard, but for only like 3 minutes. Because I like to let other people win. Yeah, I want to be the starting point, but not the guy that's going to actually work.
You would sign yourself to a 10-day contract to be the starting point guard, and then. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'll stay the whole full. I'll stay only home games.
The whole full season.
Yeah, I want the full season, and I would play only home games for 3 minutes.
You would burn a roster spot. Okay, so you would see court. You would be on the court.
I'm not burning a roster spot. I'm actually just saving salary cap. I'm not paying myself.
Wow.
The money that you would use to pay me, which would be a lot, by the way. I would not pay me. I would use it towards a salary cap.
That's actually really smart.
You said it, not me.
Point guard, Chase Abel. 2 guard.
Yep.
What are we doing at 2, 3, 4, and 5?
Oh, we're going hard. Got to get some free agency. Get some people off free agency for sure. Yeah. Anthony Davis would definitely be in the books.
Okay.
Yep. He gets hurt a little bit, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Bring Anthony back in. I'll get Zach LaVine.
From pick
Chicago.
him up.
Yep. You got to have a couple high flyers in Seattle. The Gary Payton, Sean Kemp thing has to come back. You got to have some high flyers.
I like that. Okay.
You got to get a new Rain Man. You got to get a new.
Yep.
You got to get a gritty point guard.
Deadlift Shrimp.
I'm bringing you.
I'm coming back. Get the ankle and knee braces out.
Yep. The mullet has to come with it as well.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Ronnie Cycli out of retirement. Get that.
Whoa.
Get two Lebanese people in the
Lebanese turned DJ.
Yep. You guys can go down to Emerald City down fucking after the games and play your music later. Yeah. Get a couple sharpshooters. It's gonna be a defensive team though. Everyone's got to play defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. The coach is where it's gonna be the key.
Who you going coach?
Who am I going coach?
Profile wise, what do you like? You like the young proving themselves, or do you like the established vet?
Little Nas X. Got to get people in the seats.
Yeah.
You need a blockbuster dude to get people in the seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be, I think Lil Nas X would be a good ambassador, but you're going to go coach.
Yeah, he's going to go coach.
Okay.
He'll go coach, but the assistant coach is where it's going to be at. That's the coach.
Yeah.
Lil Nas X is going to be more of like the face person.
The face. Yeah, so like Toronto has Drake. Like the Raptors have Drake sitting courtside. You would have Lil Nas X.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The second coach is the assistant coach is the guy. That's the woman. Mm-hmm. That's yeah. I mean, yeah. It has to be.
Fuck.
Yeah. So you know, if it was my choice for a coach, I want someone who's going to be willing to yell at the players. That's not afraid to yell at players.
Gonna bring back George Karl?
I was thinking more of Serena Williams. Like, who's going to yell at her?
No one.
She's tough enough to hold her own.
And she's smart enough to just be like, hey, look, this is a system. Just run the fucking system.
Yeah, she has that bravado.
Yeah.
That she, you know, you did when Serena Williams walks into a room, it's like it's there's certain people that automatically you give them respect.
She's the gravitas.
She's a gravitas person. Yeah. And that's my team. Bring back Seattle SuperSonics, and that's what I would do. Yeah. I was gonna say bring you back as Deadlift Shrimp, but obviously that's not gonna work. We definitely would hook you up with some seats for sure. Yeah, you and your wife.
You would be very generous. Like you would say to me, Nick, you and your wife, courtside, every game.
Anytime.
The rift between us would then be, you know, Chase, I'd actually prefer a box where I'm further away from the court.
Yeah.
And I think it would be don't push it. Take the tickets.
Yeah, but you're like the perfect dude for a person. You're like a good ticket person to give tickets to. You got that vibe. Like, oh, this guy doesn't go to a lot of games, but like he can. If he wants, he can make that call.
I'm good ticket etiquette.
You got good ticket etiquette. You know, you would show up at will call at the right time.
Yep.
You know exactly where to go.
Yep.
At what time. You know exactly when to go to the bathroom, when like there's a timeout. You have everything down. You have every single movement of going to a game compartmentalized in your head.
That's an art form that I don't think many people really value anymore. The art of knowing how to go to a sporting event. When to heckle. What to heckle.
Mm-hmm. When to drink a lot more. When to not drink more. When to order food. When not to order food. When not to get up versus getting up.
Yep.
When to shut up. Oh, going to a game when like you're sitting with people who just don't shut up and they think like they want to maximize their ticket.
They were in the wrong section too. You can't be like you're up in the balcony. Go for it.
Right.
Go for it. I think if you get tickets in the balcony, you know, you should be able to do whatever really you want within reason.
Have sex?
That's like the upper balcony. That's like by the wall.
Okay.
Closer to the court you are, I feel like you got to have some acumen. Have a little respect for the craft. You could still heckle. You just need to know when.
You know to when. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's different. I mean, there's some, I got to go to a courtside game. Soon.
That's a goal. That's a bucket list.
Yeah.
Courtside at the Garden is my goal.
Floor seats, kid.
Floor seats at the Knicks is my goal.
Oh, floor seats. Oh, I can get your floor seats at the Knicks now if I want to. Yeah. You should have told me that.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll call up a couple people.
Floor seats, Celtics at the Garden.
Oh, the MSG Garden.
At the MSG.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
not the.
Yeah. Oh, that's a game.
Yes.
I've seen a couple great games there.
Yeah.
Paul Pierce when he hit that shot and then Nate Robinson jumped on him.
Yep. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Was that Ray Allen? No, that was Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce. Kevin Garnett and his. I mean, it's interesting though because I don't think I've ever seen. No, I've never seen a game at Madison Square Garden. I've seen a game at Barclays, but it was a college game. That's another thing I want to talk about. That's a whole weird thing with me too. The Brooklyn Nets and the New York Knicks sharing a fucking team in the same city. It just seems weird to me, dude.
I like it. I actually like it a lot.
Don't like it.
I like it because the Knicks will always be the Knicks.
What does that mean?
The Knicks will always be the Knicks. They're always going to be at MSG. It's the lore. It's like going to see the Rockettes. You go see the Rockettes, then you go see the Knicks.
Okay.
But you need a team that's actually going to win. You need a team that.
But why do you need another team in the same city, 20 minutes from each other?
I mean, I think it's New York. I think New York can do whatever they want to do.
That's where I think. Okay, this is where it gets. Just because you can do something doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it. And this is what I try to understand about people when they do stupid things.
Yankees and Mets. Classic. If you're from Manhattan, you're a Yankees fan. If you're from Brooklyn, you're a Mets fan.
It's actually the opposite.
Is it?
Yeah. If you're from Queens, you're a Mets.
Sorry, yeah, Queens.
Yeah. If you're Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, you're
Yankees fan.
Yankees. Yeah.
Well, I think that's applicable. I get what you're saying. Would I like the
Like
Nets
Queens,
to be
Long
in New
Island,
Jersey?
all that area. Yeah, yeah.
I'd love the Nets to be in New Jersey.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
But I'm not. I mean, look.
Here we go. Here we go.
I like it. Actually works better for me that the Nets are in Brooklyn in that stadium. Because if I want to go to a shithole like Fenway Park, I'm sorry.
What?
It's a
No,
shithole.
stop. Yep. You're gonna that's a 4-minute timeout there. I'm gonna talk. I let you fucking talk a lot more on the podcast. I was like, he's got something, and then I was like, he's gonna fucking say something stupid. And
It's true.
4 minutes.
He needs some milk.
Ladies and gentlemen, I like to apologize for my co-host Nicky Neighborhoods. Sometimes he goes down rabbit holes that he can't come back from. He had something in his mind, and something I saw in his. As soon as he said it, I knew that's not what he wanted to say. You know, the man is sitting in my fucking bedroom. Pause. With a Celtics hoodie, a Boston Celtics hoodie. He lives half a mile from Fenway Park. We just went down this whole great thing about, Celtics and tradition and players. And then he goes and says, Fenway Park, a shithole.
Mr. fucking Clean, Mr. fucking goddamn hide and mighty.
Who does he think he is? What? So what we're going to do is this. We're going to just we have this thing called when someone says something, let's say, and I'm going to say this respectively, fucking stupid. We're just going to sit on it. We're just going to sit for like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and just reflect and really try to understand what was said. So let me just repeat that. Nick Neighborhoods said Fenway Park is a shithole. Now, I'm not saying that he is similar to this individual or anything like that, but some other individual said something to that same context when Trump said something about other countries. But I'm not going to say that. We're just going to stop there, sit in that silence.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. Shukran. Habibi. Nick, what? We're good?
First of all.
Wow.
First of all. I cannot be put in the same sentence as Donald Trump. That's a lie. Anybody could be put in the same sentence with anyone. What I was trying to say is, and anyone out there can attest to this, the Boston Garden, the real Boston Garden, from a structural
Here we go.
and from a hygienic perspective, was a shithole. Beautiful. I've been to games when I was very young at the Boston Garden. I remember it vividly. Shithole, but it's our shithole.
We're talking about Fenway Park, though.
What I'm saying is that, listen to the parallels. Shithole, Fenway Park, it's the mecca of baseball, right?
Okay.
You can feel the energy and the history and all that stuff with that. But it's a shithole because you don't fit into the seats and it reeks of piss. Barclays Center. beautiful. Just so comfortable. The snacks, all the amenities. Sometimes it's okay to go to a shithole. And what I was saying is New Yorkers need to go to a shithole like the Garden and really be in history. But for some people that just want to go watch a game with their kids, they might want to just go to Barclays. So I like the option. You can go to the place that smells like piss and, Penn Station in the basement and, whatever, people masturbating out front in the middle of the street. Or you could just go to the Barclays Center and watch a game and then get an Uber home and be fine. And I like both of those options for me personally.
This is why
I'm going on mute.
People with these type of ideologies, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason why ISIS took over Afghanistan.
Has nothing to do with it.
What the fuck? Nick's the type of dude that wants to go to a basketball game that has a barbershop in it. That the fuck you like?
I like the option is what I'm saying. Like if I want to go, for example, if I want to go to Fenway Park because I want to feel the energy of Babe Ruth,
right,
or some other racist old baseball player,
don't reel me back in.
Then
don't try to win me over now.
Then I'll go to Fenway Park if I want to feel like if I want to drink a beer and use a homophobic epitaph, I'll go to Fenway Park. If I want to just sit in the seat like a civilized human being and just watch a game and maybe have a Michelob, then I'll go to the Fleets or I'll go to the TD Garden. Am I off on this? Let me ask you this. When's the last time you've been to Fenway Park?
Like, in what capacity?
As just a fan watching the game.
World Series.
Okay, that's what we're going to do with this. That's okay. All right.
Yeah. I'm that dude. I'm that guy, Nick.
Did you have a good time there?
Always.
Were you drunk?
I don't drink enough to get drunk. I'm not a drink drunk guy. I'm a drink kind of like sip guy. I'm not a drink drunk guy.
Oh, you don't.
I don't drink to get drunk.
But you do get drunk, right? When you drink. My question is because you were probably too drunk to notice that it was just uncomfortable to be there.
Oh, it was definitely uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying is but the thing is you gear yourself up for that uncomfortability.
By drinking.
Possibly, or meth. Whatever's your full.
Let's be crystal clear. I'm a Bostonian. You know this
not
about
by
me.
that statement.
You know this about me.
Saying Fenway Park is a shithole is not a Bostonian.
I look at it like any one of my family members where I affectionately love and care for them or friends or whatever. But, there's also other things. And I think the Barclays Center and the Nets is just like another thing for people in New York that don't feel like going to Madison Square Garden.
All right. Well, you know what? I don't think we're gonna make any. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, I guess. I mean, that's what people say as an excuse when they fuck up. But that's fine. You're saying to people, "Oh yeah, that's my opinion." Nah, your opinions. Yeah, I like opinions based on informed things. Sorry, got me pissed. I was going to talk about something else, but now just, what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy a jersey on purpose next week. I'm going to buy I'm just going to buy a jersey, like a, not even like a Big Papi jersey or a Pedro Martinez jersey, just to piss you off. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy a fucking Doug McCavich jersey. Like something like, like a David, something, a Papelbon or something, just to rub it in your face. All the great history that the Boston Red Sox has given us, all the great games, and you call their home a shithole. Wow. Well, I'll remember that when you ask me for some tickets to a Fenway game. I'll remember that. I'll remember that. But anyways, that was fun. Nick, where do you stand with high tops and low top sneakers? Off topic.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I think it depends on the brand.
Okay.
I like high top sneakers with jeans in a casual event. Like my sneakers that I wear, Jordan 1s.
Always.
Love a Jordan 1. I just got into Jordan 5s. Yep. Those and then the black ones.
No pun intended.
And then like low tops, I'll wear these, which are Golden Goose or New Balances. That's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're more of like a midder guy, or
I like a mid, yeah.
Yeah.
I like a high top or a mid.
okay. I just wanted to know.
Your thoughts?
I'm a New Balance guy, as you can see. I have a few Jordans. Basketball. I'm high tops on basketball for sure.
Oh yeah, always.
But yeah, I mean my range and sneaker love, I guess, really depends on if it's just hot. If it's dope, it's dope. You know.
Yeah.
The best kicks that I have are my De La Soul Dunks, A1 Dunks. Yeah. Now De La Soul, hip hop group, they have their own sneaker, which is the white one over there. I don't know. You look kind of confused.
No, I know who De La Soul was from Long Island.
Okay. And then also the 45 patent leather Jordans, the 11s.
45.
Yep. But when he came back and
Space Jams.
Yep. I have the Jordan 5 Reds over there. I have the up tempos right there, the Scottie Pippens, the neon greens, which is actually those are my favorite sneakers of all time when I was a kid. I used to work at Champ Sports, and I'm just giving you the rundown.
The He Got Games. What are those? The 13s?
13 Brandons. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I have those. And then I have my New Balances because New Balances. I love New Balances.
Yeah, I got a newfound respect for New Balance. It's comfortable.
I live not too far from there, the headquarters.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comfort.
All comfort.
Some of them look good too. I like those. You got a pair of like
Those are funky ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I like it. I like to keep it. You know, I don't want to get too crazy on the sneakers because you need a lot of space. You know?
Do you go all white sneaker? Would you ever go all white sneaker?
I do.
Yeah.
With the only one pair though. Only one all white sneaker. I will only rock Air Forces.
Classic.
Yep. Air Force mids or the mids or the lows.
Would you ever do a slide or a flip flop in public?
In public?
Mm-hmm.
No, not really.
Yeah, me neither.
Not really. I'm not. I don't know. People are very. There's a lot of people that are comfortable with like slides and just kind of like drive in them. I'm just like I need grip.
The airport, you see it a lot too.
At any given time, I just need to know. I need to make sure like in any event that if I do like spinning back kick, that I'm not gonna
for real.
Yeah. You know.
I need to move.
I need to move, man.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Or run.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, so
yeah.
Especially the way the world is going now, I gotta be able to move.
Clothes are my biggest vice.
Oh, I mean, clothes.
Jeans and sneakers.
You know, I got a lot of fucking t-shirts. I gotta start throwing them away. I gotta donate them. I got a lot of t-shirts now because I lost a lot of weight. Mm-hmm. So a lot of my t-shirts from before don't fit me.
Yeah.
And also, I just like grabbing graphic tees. That's my thing. In any city, I'll be like, oh, I bought an ACC tournament t-shirt because like it's t-shirts can get you in trouble. A lot of t-shirts can get you in trouble, man. Sure. You can never have enough t-shirts.
Dude, I'm all about the I think you already know what I like.
No, I kind of, but then I just thought like what I really like is when a girl just wears a t-shirt only. That's really hot.
Sure. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm with you. No, that's good. I like bar t-shirts. You go to
like
some fucking random bar in
like
Philly,
a local bar and they're selling it.
Tampa.
Yes. Yep.
It's like, One-Eyed Sam's in Tampa.
Yeah.
Large, please.
I'm always about the local merch.
Yeah.
Love it. If you got good merch, I'll buy it.
I got a t-shirt from Claremont Lounge in Atlanta.
Sounds like
it's like the first strip club ever in Atlanta.
I mean, yeah, you didn't have to say that. Like, I mean, just the way Claremont Lounge, it definitely sounds like that.
History.
Yeah.
History.
And you went inside?
Me, my wife, and another couple.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
You and your wife and another couple went into an Atlanta strip club?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. couple questions. What was playing when you first entered the strip club? And 2, what was the demographic of women in the strip club? Those are the 2 things.
Both really good questions. I don't remember. It was definitely like hard rock. I think it was AC/DC.
Oh, forget it. We're out.
Yep.
Yeah,
it was that kind of strip club.
Yeah.
It was old. It was an old, type strip club. Demographic was mixed, but mostly white, mostly Caucasian.
I like how you set that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how you set that up. We already knew that from this when you said the AC/DC coming in there.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to kind of like, Claremont Lounge too doesn't sound like it's very, Were they doing slap contest there when people slap you?
No, but it had that vibe.
Like it can pop off at any time?
At any moment, and not a pop off where it's like isolated, a pop off where it like spreads throughout the entire venue. Yeah. Cause I don't go to many strip clubs. I'm not a fan of strip clubs. I'm not like opposed to people going to them. I just don't. I'm a talker, as anyone who's listening to this podcast.
Yeah, you probably
knows.
would talk to a stripper for a long time.
I do. For my bachelor party, everyone's like, we're going to the strip club. And we went to Tootsie's, and we went to what the fuck was the other one? I forget the name of it, but they were legit Miami strip clubs, like real deal. If Drake mentions it in a song, it's legit. To me, it's a legit strip club.
Oh yeah,
right.
Well, I mean, King of Diamonds.
Yeah, KOD. Yep. Tootsie, Cheetahs. That's where we went to. Cheetahs. And I was just a fish out of water, man. I was so fucking uncomfortable the whole time.
Yo, dude, I went to the very first. Listen. There was a period of time where I went to a lot of strip clubs. I think you know that. So I'm very up on my strip club etiquette.
Sure.
Sure. But man, there's some strip clubs you can be in there for a long time.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was looking around here like, I'm gonna stay right here next to the bar. It was a group of guys. So there's always 2 guys who are like, my wife's gonna. I mean, I tell my wife everything, so she knew I went there. But there's always like people where it's like, whatever. They're kind of like, I don't think I need to be in here. So I'll find them and I'll go, let's go sit by the bar and let's like ask the bartender some interesting, because the bartenders have interesting stories.
Listen, any real dude that knows, it's the bartenders is where it's at.
Yeah, they're a quarterback and everything.
The hottest girls are the bartenders.
Yeah,
they're the ones that know everything that goes on, in and out, whatever you need to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I always touch base with the bartender all the time. I'm not gonna tell you my secrets, but
I don't need them, but it's interesting to hear. I wouldn't have any use for them, but it's interesting. That's the thing. The dynamic is very interesting to me. Whenever I'm uncomfortable, I start exploring the dynamic of the room.
Oh, I'm always observing.
Yeah.
Who's this? What's that? What they're wearing? Why did they come through that way versus that way?
Yeah.
Who they're talking to longer.
Oh yeah.
I don't think actually, how can I say this without sounding too much of like a... I'm gonna share something with you. I don't think I've ever shared it with anybody else. And this goes back to my observation skills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is what I tell people, because I have a set of skills and like observations that's very high level, I would like to say.
Okay. How so?
I'm gonna tell you, and this is exactly how I tell people.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like really what it is.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
And the bartender's like, sir, I just asked if you wanted something to drink. Chase goes into a fucking monologue with the bartender at a strip club. Sir, I'm just asking, did you want a seat? Can we seat you or what?
Yeah. Did you? I thought you asked for that cash advance.
Yeah, you seemed like you're
Did you ask that cash advance?
auditioning for a role or what? What is this? Yeah, man.
I always wanted to like kind of do that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to say shit from movies.
It's fun to have an imagination.
Yeah.
Right? It's fun to kind of be getting in it's fun to kind of just let yourself go and just imagine things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have a lot of friends and people that I know that for some, I don't know, they just don't have that like thing where they can just let their imagination go.
Yeah, you gotta be goofy.
Yeah, without any like, I guess, any care for the world of where it goes for that moment in time. You know, I've always had like imagination ever since I was a kid. Yeah, so I would just imagine things, you know, just get into that creative space, and it helps me, man. It helps me like take breaks from like this other reality, the reality of life and the pressures of life. You know,
I do it all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
Just look up and just be like, yeah, I am a secret killer. You know, and there's just, but not outside, like in your house. Just pretend you walk around like a secret killer. You know, sit down as if like someone, like be the person, like, you know.
You ever do those things where like if you're with someone, and I always do this because when I'm with my wife, I have to protect her at all costs. I envision and role play by myself what I would say if someone bumped into my wife and made a thing. You know what I mean? Made a whole thing of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Of just like, I'm not the fucking one.
You're not
buddy.
the one.
I'm not the fucking guy. Okay, so just you go this way, I'll go that way. One thing that you said though that has now made its way into my monologue when I do this is, what? We don't want to do something that we both can't come back from.
Oh yeah, I say that. Yeah, that's what I say to someone when they get to a point where that gets me, that I know that they're deliberately trying to hurt me, and they're not. They're deliberately trying to.
Yeah, I mean, it's someone that says that is either ready to go fucking Jet Li style on someone, or they're completely full of shit. One of the two.
Right.
Ends of the spectrum.
Most people who say that in that way don't. They
calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. See ya. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. It's just crazy because it's you know, it's.
The monologue's so fucking fun though.
I think each person should create their own inner monologue. They should have their own template monologue. That's a thing that you go to when things get maybe a little bit of whatever. You need to bring it back to where it needs to come back from. Like,
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like create your own little monologue, like your own thing.
Yeah.
You know, and say it in the mirror, and fucking.
You are not a fucking hack. You are not a fucking hack, and your hair looks great. That's what I say to myself a lot.
Yeah.
During work. During my day job, I'm like, you're not a fucking hack. Okay. You're 10 times funnier than every one of these motherfuckers. And it's like literally nothing to do with being funny. You just have to complete this report.
You just have to, yeah. You added more to the, yeah.
People want to hear what you have to say. You're not talking.
Right.
The presentation is literally you're just providing the tables.
Oh yeah. Well, this is fantastic. You know, I like, you know, just shoot the shit sometimes is a good thing. You know, just shoot the shit, talking about sports, talking about, you know, whatever comes to our mind. The ability to be free. I think I talked to you about this a little earlier. I think people, and I'll end this on an episode like this. It's very important to, in my opinion, to always be in the space or have the ability to be in a space where you can just kind of be yourself and be free and say what you want to say, whether it's in the confines of your own home, whether it's in your car, you know, yelling at people, whatever it is. I feel like just allowing people to be free and say whatever they want and just let them creatively, just kind of experiment with themselves. I think that's a very important thing for growth. As far as growth, I mean, maybe we should probably end this on the episode with you and your trash. What's up with your trash, bro?
Oh man.
Let's do
So
it.
I live in this building. I live in a part of Boston where there's like, there's brownstone buildings, and then there's like larger apartment high-rise buildings. And my whole thing with living in the city is, where does the trash go? So the big thing for me is like, how are we going to throw the trash out? Every time I'd go throw the trash out, there's rats in the trash bins. And it's always in Boston and any other big city. It's at the alley behind the building is where you throw the trash out. You can't have trash on the main streets unless you're in New York City. In Boston, you got to have a public alley to throw your trash out.
All right.
That's the style here. That's the etiquette. So my building, who I've had issues with since I moved in, decided that they don't want garbage pails. They don't want any like garbage bins in the back anymore because the rats were getting crazy. And they were getting crazy. And they would scare the shit out of me every time I would go take the trash out. It was like, I'd say to my wife, I really don't want to do this. And she's like, you have to, you can't have trash in the apartment. Fair enough.
Okay.
So to myself, I said, okay, fine. I get this email saying, we are no longer storing trash in the bins behind the building. You have to bring it out to the street to get rid of it. Mondays and Thursdays are the trash days.
I'm out.
I'm fucking out.
I'm not even moving in. I'm not paying that much money, and you telling me I'm good.
Yes.
That's just me, though.
And you're getting rid of the fucking trash bins. Where the fuck were we supposed to put the trash?
And the reason why they don't want the trash bins out there is, what was it?
Because rats.
So, because the rats go in there?
Because the rats go in there. What happens in the city, I'm not explaining this to you, but people that may not live in the city there are rats. When you create a home for a rat, when you create a trash bin, to us is a trash bin. To a rat, that's a fucking condo complex.
Yeah.
Because it's warm, there's food in there, they can go in there and be relatively safe.
Okay.
Whatever. So when you take away the trash bins, there's no trash, there's no rats.
Okay.
That's their thinking.
Fucking idiots.
Versus just get a metal fucking trash can.
It doesn't matter.
And latch it down.
Doesn't matter. They're still gonna be around. They're gonna find.
You're in the city. There's rats.
They're gonna find their waste like within things. In the morning they fucking disappear. At night they come out and eat. Like it doesn't matter because a trash fucking whatever machine truck whatever you want to call it comes, lifts the thing, dumps it in the goddamn thing.
Yeah.
If there's some rats in there, so be it. We'll have a farewell.
That's part of the job.
The funny thing is the trash people don't even pick the trash up anymore. The machine does it for them now.
Yeah.
So, you know what, man?
So I go out. So I see this. So my first reaction when I read this email is, unfortunately in my life, I've developed a spoiled prince reaction to some things. Like some things I'll just go, that doesn't apply to me. Like this email about the trash does not apply to me. Because it's so insane. Mm-hmm. I go, I'm just going to throw my trash on the street. Like every fucking buddy else does.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like everybody else does. There's so much trash in those alleyways and people, Monday through Sunday.
Yeah. So
I do that, right? Bagged, black bag. You have to have it in a certain type of bag. You put it out there.
It's always interesting. They want the black bag to be thrown out.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
And I'm like, whatever, fuck. I leave it out there. I don't think of it. It's done. It's gone. Go about my day. Come back. This was like on a Monday. I come back, carry out my week. Sunday, I go to go grocery shopping with my wife. There's a little foyer in our building, if you will. A little end table that's like right under a mirror in the front door. Mm-hmm. I see a red ticket. Now, these red tickets are usually posted on the doors of buildings that have committed a violation. Similar to a parking ticket that's orange. Mm-hmm. Red ticket means building violation.
Yep.
So my wife, being the busybody that she is, thank God, goes and gets the ticket and reads it and goes, oh my God. She goes, guess what this is? I go, a fucking ticket. She goes, yeah, but guess who it's? I look at the ticket, Chase, $25, whatever, fine, I get it. Can't have trash in the street. They opened the trash, took a picture of a bill with my wife's name on it, and included that in the ticket that they sent to the landlord.
Yeah, me and the person who wrote that ticket, we're gonna have that I'm giving them that monologue. The one that that you use. We're gonna have a conversation. For you to go into someone's trash and to listen, this is where we are as a fucking society, dude. This is where
pick up the trash and throw it out.
Yeah, this is where we are, where we're going through people's trash to find them. This is where we are in the world. Boston has enough fucking money. It's like how much. I'm telling you, man. I'm not a conspiracy theorist to but there's some things you got to really, really think about, dude. I feel like they just want to keep people poor, dude.
Boston is, for sure. Boston is the highest, one of the highest, one or two in the country with taxes. It's like Boston, New York, California. 3 states that have the highest tax rates. And the reason they do that is because,
they take care of the streets. They
take care of everything. And parts of California for sure. New York and California have some fucking serious issues. And Boston is starting to get like this. But that's fucking wild.
It's wild.
That the picture of my wife's name on a bill showed up on a violation ticket for disposing trash.
Yeah, I want to violate that person who fucking went to the trash a little bit. Fucking, have a sit down with them, have a little talk. Hey, let me ask you a question. If you're taking a shower, and I was ringing on your door and you didn't answer. Do you think it'd be adequate if I just walked in, and then go into the bathroom and then just to make sure it was you?
That's, you know what though? I learned a very valuable lesson that celebrities learn when they become a celebrity. You never put anything that you don't want people to see, A, on the internet, and B, out on the street.
So you got to shred it.
You put anything on the street, my wife is like, we have 2 options. Now, my wife is a stone cold killer when it comes to certain things. I mean, she goes, we got 2 options.
She's a Russian and she's KGB.
She's like, we've got 2 options. She's like, we can follow the rules Monday through Thursday.
She's not doing that. She's a Russian.
She goes, or we can take our name off of everything that we have in the trash. Don't put anything in the trash with our name on it. We shred it and burn it.
She's going on the KGB route. She's going down.
She's like a third or like a fourth quarter Russian.
Doesn't matter.
Any little bit of Russian and it's a soulless, deadpan face. Mm-hmm. These are the options. And I said, I think we should just follow the rules. And she says, well, okay, then you made your choice.
Oh, she did that. So basically, if it falls in your face, she's going to be like...
She's like, you follow the rules, but you remember...
Right.
Monday and or whatever the fuck it is, Monday and Thursday, you take the trash out.
You walked into that one.
I walked into it. You know what, though? I'm happy not to have to deal with the rats anymore.
Okay. We'll reconvene this. We'll come back. We'll recircle this, and then I'll give you a couple weeks.
Follow up and see how it went.
And we'll see how it goes. Because I feel like you might be a little bit perturbed about this process.
You can tell in my voice I got a little high heated.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Cut to the Chase podcast. We ended off. We ended it with something heavy.
Trash. Monologues and trash.
We ended off with something a little heavy. Sometimes it goes like that, but that's fine. We're working through our issues, guys. We gotta work through our issues together. And apparently, this episode we've outlined some issues that Nick needs to address. So we're gonna figure that out. But nonetheless, in the meantime, please don't forget to rate, subscribe, like the podcast. Cut to the Chase podcast. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We'll be on YouTube very, very shortly. And also, please, again, subscribe, share the podcast, tell a friend. If they like it, cool. If they don't, that's cool tell them to hit subscribe and never listen. I don't care. Follow me at Chase Abel, CHASEABEL on Instagram. I have everything there. www.chaseabel.com. I have a website there. Go check me out there. Some stuff, I always put my dates and things of that sort. I'm always trying to be active, trying to stay consistent. Warm weather is here and approaching, so hopefully we can do some outdoor things and get some stuff on video so we can share you some content. Nicky Neighborhoods, what you got?
Just pain in my working on some stuff, getting up, doing mics. Appreciate you for having me, and check out the podcast, like, follow, subscribe, and like Chase said, we're keeping it rolling.
That's right, brother. Thank you again, always for tuning in, guys. I am always very, very appreciative of that. Nicky Neighborhoods is in the building. We'll be back with another episode next week. Again, thank you again. Cuts to Chase podcast. We'll be back. Boom.